Hey everyone, so welcome to Questions and Answers Fish Edition number 6 here. Sorry, it's now Tuesday instead of doing it on Friday or Saturday. Might be able to tell my voice is still a bit bad, but I've had a cold for the past almost week now. Be a week on Wednesday or Thursday. So sorry that this is taking so long to upload. We will do another one on this Friday or Saturday, so just a few days from now as well. Then one more thing I would like to say real fast is the winners from my 2,000 subscriber giveaway have been picked, and they've been contacted. So congrats to them. Alright, so let's get into this question and answered here. Alright, so first we have a couple of questions from Shirley Martinez. First it asks, why are you one of the best YouTubers? I just gotta say thank you so much for saying that. I really do appreciate that. But along with that though, I would like to make my videos a bit better over time here. But thank you, it's very nice. And they also asked, what gallon tank do you need for glowfish, and are they good starter pets? I would say at least a 10-gallon tank. You want to have about 5 or 6 of them. But if you're going to do a 10-gallon tank, that'll be pretty much the only fish in your tank, especially if they are the glow tetras. And same thing with the glow danios though. They're both very, very active fish. So I would get nothing less than a 10-gallon tank for them. And pretty much that'd be it. Except for maybe some like quarry cats in the bottom or something like that. Some cleaner or some shrimp. And I'd say they are good starter pets. I mean, the glow danios are just zebra danios, and the glow tetras are just the skirt tetras, both of which are good starter fish, as long as you of course take care of them and you have a big enough tank, which again, 10-gallon tank. Bigger is preferred, but at least a 10-gallon tank, and you want to get them in groups of at least 5 or 6, since they are very social fish. Yeah. Alright. Next question is from Brooke Obama. They said, I have a top fin filter, and can I use density foam instead of a filter cartridge? Yes, you can. You very much can. That is what I'm going to be doing with some of my tanks that I cannot find actual filters for. I'm just going to be using some filter floss. Of course, you want to maintain, actual tank maintenance, so doing water changes and stuff as well. And yeah, I mean the foam will help get rid of all the crap that the filter sucks up. It's essentially the same thing as a filter cartridge. It's just the cartridge also 99% of the time also has carbon inside of it, which helps get rid of things like discoloration and smells and stuff like that. Chemical filtration. Alright, next question is from Pat McCabe. Sorry if I messed up your name. They asked, do I need an air pump, or could I just get plants from a 10-gallon tank? You do not need an air pump as long as you have an actual filter in your tank. Now, if your air pump is hooked up to the filter, to make the filter actually work, then of course you need it. But if you have an actual filter in your tank, you do not need an air pump. The filter will be good enough for water current and air and whatnot. And plants, if you do put live plants in your tank, that will help a lot as well with water quality. So, I mean, what I would do, of course, is if you want to do live plants, is have an actual filter along with said live plants. Just help keep your tank a bit cleaner. But there are people that have done purely planted tanks without filters as well. So, but again, I would recommend having a filter along with it. So, alright. Fond of Fish asked, I know your brother has a reef set up. Do you have plans to do saltwater yourself? I do not have any actual plans at the moment to do it. As I've said before, though, I have done saltwater tanks in the past, and I usually just end up taking them down and going back to betas and freshwater tanks. I just prefer freshwater over saltwater. Eventually, I will probably get saltwater again. I do come back to it. But for the moment, I do not have any plans for saltwater, just my freshwater and beta tanks. Squeaky Squirrel says congrats on 2,000 subscribers. So thank you very much for that. And they say, what's been some of the most rewarding and disappointing experiences you've had with fish keeping? So, of course, the most disappointing is when tanks have, well, for a specific example, I want to say it was last year or so, I had a 16-gallon Tetra, can't remember exactly what they call it. I think it's something like widescreen tank. Absolutely love that tank. Just a very cool tank. If you guys haven't seen that tank, check it out. I have cool videos on my channel for it. But it was an awesome tank. But it kept on. It eventually got sicknesses in it, and then I would cure the sickness, and of course it killed a bunch of fish. I'd get new fish, and the sickness would come back, and killed off my fish. Cleaned it out, made it all better for a while, and then it kept coming back. It was pretty much what happened, and it came back 3 or 4 times before I eventually just gave up on that tank and got rid of that tank and bought a new tank. But that'd be one of the most disappointing things I ever had, and I really liked that tank, and it just kept, for some reason, just kept on killing all my fish, and kept on getting, I think it was ick is what I was getting. It just kept coming back, and then I'd cure it, and it'd go away for a while, and then it'd come back, and it kept killing my fish. Very, very disappointing. And I'm sure as anyone who has had ick or other bad diseases in your tank, no. Of course, the most rewarding is, keeping these tanks alive for a long time without getting sicknesses. It's always a good thing. Always makes you feel good. Having fish that last, live a long time. Fish that are doing healthy, fish that are swimming all around, and it's just really cool to be able to have animals, other living things under your care, and you can help keep them alive, help keep them healthy. Just really cool. It's always an awesome experience there. HDZ Aquatics, they said, I like how you set up your shark fin tank. And then Shirley Martinez says, I agree. Thank you very much for that. I really do like that tank. That is actually one of my favorite tanks. That actually is a planted tank too, with just some moss and let's see, what does it even have in there? Java moss, I think, is on the vines, and just moss balls. Very simple tank, but it seems to be doing great. A little bait in there is always swimming around. Then Everything Beta. Everything Beta says, give me a shout out. So here's a shout out to Everything Beta. Alright, guys. So again, sorry that this was quite a few days late, like a week, or like half a week late. Again, I've just been sick, as you can probably tell by my voice still here. But on Friday or Saturday, which is in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 to 4 days from now, I will do another one. So if you guys have any more questions for me, as always, leave a comment below or on any other video. I thank you all very much for watching. See you guys next time. Goodbye.